Unit 2 Chemistry, Chapter 14, Part 1, looking at how we can measure how much is dissolved. Okay, so in the last videos, I think we were looking at which ones dissolved and which ones didn't, and we were kind of thinking of it as an absolute term. But actually, all things vary in their solubility. So if we say things are soluble, we mean up to a point. And if we say things as insoluble, we probably mean it dissolves a little bit, but not very much. Okay. For substances, solids dissolving in water, for all of them, when we increase the temperature, we're going to increase the solubility of them. Okay. When we say the solubility, what we mean is how much can be dissolved in a set amount of water at that temperature. And a saturated solution is one in which we can't dissolve any more. So if we look, for instance, at sodium chloride at 60 degrees C, if you've got 100 grams of water, you can dissolve 40 grams of sodium chloride. Okay, no more, no less. This one would be saturated. I say no more, no less. Of course, you can dissolve less, but you can't dissolve any more in there. The reason is, as we increase the temperature, the water's got more kinetic energy, so the hydrogen bonds between the solvents are going to be broken more easily, and the energy that we need to break apart the ions in the lattice is more readily available, so we can actually break them more easily as well. As we lower the temperature, if we've got a saturated solution, the solute will come out and it will make crystals. If we cool it very quickly, we're going to get a pile of little crystals. If we cool it slowly, we're going to get pretty and nice big crystals being formed. Gases do the opposite. So a gas, you increase the temperature, you increase the kinetic energy, and that's actually going to make them bubble out of solution, and therefore the solubility decreases. So when you start boiling water, look at it next time we make you boil some in the lab, you'll see a little bubbles forming. That is dissolved gases coming out of that solution. Now these curves are called solubility curves. So we can use them to work out how much dissolves at a certain temperature. We can also work out how much extra we can add if we increase the temperature, or how much will come out if we decrease it. Okay? So if I've got sucrose and I want to know how much will dissolve in 50 grams of water at 20 degrees, well, we look at 20 degrees and it tells us 200 grams dissolve. But that's 200 grams in 100 grams of water. Remember, guys, that 1 gram of water weighs 1 mil. So this is also in 100 mils of water. The actual volume of water we've got is 50 mil. So only half the volume of water, so only half that mass will dissolve. So in 50 grams of water at 20 degrees, we would have 100 grams of sucrose dissolved in it. Very, very soluble. If you wanted to find the mass of sodium nitrate that comes out of solution, when we take 100 grams of water and we cool it from 70 to 30, okay, first we find the sodium nitrate, which is this yellow line here, okay. At 70 degrees, we can see that about 135 grams of sodium nitrate dissolves. At 30 degrees, that's down to 95. So the amount that's going to come out is the difference between the two. 135 minus 95 gives you 40 grams, which will precipitate out as a solid.